we signed a term sheet with Monumental Sports indicating our agreement. And so we are just very, very pleased to be able to support one of our most important employers, one of our most popular destinations, and continue to invest in catalytic initiatives and businesses that will bring the district all the way back. This is what I know about my hometown, that we are growing jobs in Washington, D.C., am I right? That our tourism is rebounding, am I right? And that our restaurants, we have the highest per capita restaurant starts in the nation. That we are working together to drive crime down in all categories, that we are coordinated in our approach, and that several months ago we came together as a city and we said we're going to fight for our teams. We put together what we thought was the best offer. It is an offer that's not only good for the teams, it's good for Washington, D.C., and I dare say it's good for this entire region. We will stand up to our commitment to invest $500 million in the total transformation of Capital One Arena in downtown Washington. We, with the teams, have identified additional opportunities to expand their footprint right here in downtown, and we're also going to invest $15 million in that. And as Ted likes to say, we're going to be together for a long time. So our agreement will allow us to at least be partners until 2050. So with that, I'll turn to Council Chairman Mendelson to see if he has any statements, and then we'll hear from Monumental Sports.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon to everyone. Just to be clear, you said 2050, 50, not 15, which would be actually going back in time. You know, when we were looking at December, everybody saw how important Monumental is to the city and to the downtown. We also saw that there was a lot of opportunity to really build on what's here already, which is where we are right now. I want to thank Ted Leonsis for working with us and for being willing to continue to be a partner. And yes, I do feel some of the love. That refers to a story that he was telling about me earlier. I do want to acknowledge all the council members who are here, and there are a couple who aren't, who would be here other than other commitments. Janice Lewis-George from Ward 4, Christina Henderson at large, Robert White at large, Brooke Pinto, Ward 2. Are we in Ward 2 right now?
Yes, we are.
Matt Fruman, Ward 3, Zachary Parker, Ward 5. Charles Allen was here earlier, and Anita Bonds was here earlier, and the other members were not. Kenyon McDuffie, yeah, he couldn't be here, and Vincent Gray couldn't be here, and Crayon has the flu, I think. So this is to show that, and actually this was true back in December, when you sent the bill down. Every council member co-sponsored that legislation because the council's been standing together with the mayor. And I'm really glad that this day has come. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
So the mayor wants me to get serious. Yeah, so the mayor's, so this legislation was introduced in December, but it's a permanent bill and we have our own processes. So the mayor today submitted to the council legislation for us to consider next Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, I will circulate to members notice, which I'm required to do, that we will put before the council. The council on Tuesday will vote to approve $515 million in the capital budget that's paid over the next 3 years, which is our commitment to keep Monumental here and to ensure that we have a world-class facility. I am confident that that will go through the council, and I do want to be clear that we're not talking about the operating budget, which goes against programs. We're talking about the capital budget, on which there is the ability for us to provide the funding. That's what we offered in December, and that's what we're going to vote on next Tuesday. It's easier to do business in the District of Columbia
Hey.
than in some other jurisdictions.
So Ted, you have the floor.
It's a great day, and I'm really relieved. The mayor and Phil deserve all the credit. I had a difficult conversation with them and said, we can still be friends. Let's take the high road. I haven't signed anything. You never know how things are going to end. And the mayor pinged me, reached out to me, texted me, and then we started having our dates. We have the worst investigative reporting infrastructure anywhere. We would go pretty much every week, every other week, to the main couch in the lobby at the Waldorf. And I would jump up and run to the bar and get some drinks, and we would sit, but we would talk about what's the vision for the city. Because what I was most interested in is how are we going to reinvent, reimagine, be in this together. And the amount of work that has been done since December is extraordinary. First, there was the reinvention of downtown, the $400 million block of monies, and the committee that was created. And I read every word of that. And I clicked it, and I sent it to all of our people and said, hey, you should read this. There's a lot of good thinking, good work, expanding downtown, focusing on quality of life, trying to bring more people in to be residents here. 15,000 people, that's a really, really manageable kind of number. Then we had a new crime law. And, you know, I'm not a politician, but I looked at that as we're putting a flag in the ground about quality of life and quality of business, and that this area is important, and that we want to be in service to the businesses, to the residents, and to our teams, because we bring in, we convene lots of people. This month, March, that's why I tweeted it, because I knew I would be here tonight, we'll bring 400,000 people to downtown. It's the most we've ever brought in. So I worry about people. I worry about how did they get here? How's the metro working? Are the traffic lights synced? I mean, that's what we do. And I really got the sense that that's what everyone wants to band together. How do we make this the greatest downtown? And you can't do it alone. And I felt that we were really in a good partnership, as opposed to where I thought I would have a great partnership. Now, they did have one thing that we didn't have, and the mayor identified, and we talked about that. Land, space. We need space. This is a brand new space. It just opened. Thank you, Jose, for all your continuing help. And in major metro areas, you're in this arms race to build bigger and better and higher quality, and we've been running out of space. And again, working with the mayor and having a couple of drinks and saying, well, what could we do? Well, this mall next door closed. It, by the way, closed while we were halfway completing our esports center. And no one to talk to. and the city and a new landlord, and we said, we could take a lot of that space. We could take this walkway here and connect it. We could now start to think about what could we do architecturally to make this area truly an entertainment community. And the mayor and the council said, yeah, that is what we would like to do. We'd like to have an area that's all about sports and entertainment and music and dining.
All right.